The Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs by Walt Disney. Oh, that's my favorite. Mine too. Is everybody ready? Yeah. Ciao. Hola. Guten Tag. Here we go. Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Oh, look at that beautiful princess. Once upon a time, long time ago, a queen sat by her window sewing. As she worked, she thought, if I only had a little daughter, I would be so happy. Dreaming, she pricked her finger with her needle. 3 drops of blood fell on the snow white linen. What happened? Uh-oh. Then, oh, how lovely my girl would be if she had lips as red as an apple, and her skin as white as snow, and her hair as black as midnight. Oh! And then, sometime later, a little daughter was born to the queen. Oh, and her name was Snow White. But the queen was very ill. And when Snow White was still a little girl, her mother went to heaven. Oh, but Snow White's father, the king, was heartbroken. For many years, he was sad and lonely. But at last, the king married again, and there was rejoicing in the land, and his new queen was very beautiful. But the new queen was very vain. And she wanted to be the most beautiful woman in the whole wide world. And she would spend hours dressing herself in fine clothes and brushing her black hair and admiring herself and taking pictures for Instagram. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of us all? Who is the most beautiful in the whole wide world of Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all the social media? Well, beautiful queen, you, but only you, after enchanting book readings. Subscribe and like to us, and don't forget to donate, and we always appreciate your generous donations. So just do PayPal, friends and family, and type in the email petcarebuddies@gmail.com. So, the mirror replied to her, "What? But there is someone more beautiful and fairer than you." And her name was Snow White. What? I want to be the most popular on Instagram. I need to be the most beautiful queen and woman in the whole entire world. I am the most popular on Instagram. I'm the most popular on TikTok and Facebook because I am the most beautiful queen in the whole wide world. So who is this fairest of us all? Girl, her name is Snow White. Aha! Well, she will soon lose her beauty, thought the wicked queen. For who can call her lovely in her old rags and with her hands roughened by her work? I will make her have the ugliest rags in the whole wide world and make her do hard work so she will not be beautiful. Look at my hands, look at my face. I am so beautiful. Look at me, look at me, look at me. So, the evil queen plotted to go find Snow White. So, she had her scouts, and there her scouts found a beautiful girl at the well. And the mirror said, "Mirror, mirror, this is the girl. Her lips red as an apple, her hair as black as midnight, her skin like snow, and her name is Snow White." Aha! So that is the fairest of us all on Instagram and TikTok, Snow White. Only after enchanting book readings, the popularity. The angry queen called her huntsman. "Gather my huntsmen, take the princess to the forest, and bring her heart in this jewel box," he said. The huntsman was very sad, but he had no choice but to obey the wicked queen. So he rode off looking for Snow White, and the huntsman found Snow White in the forest. The huntsman saw her picking violets. The huntsman, heartbroken, fell to his knees beside the princess. "I cannot kill you, princess," he said, "even though it is the queen's command. Run into the forest and hide." So alone in the forest, Snow White wept and was crying, frightened and all alone. But the little animals came up to her, the squirrels and the bunnies and the raccoons and the chirping birds. And they took her to a beautiful little cottage in the woods. "Come with us and go to this cottage." So Snow White went into the cottage, and she said, "Somebody tiny must live here because they must have a bunch of children." And so she soon cleaned up the whole entire cottage and went upstairs and fell asleep. And when she fell asleep, 7 little men came into the house. Hi ho, it's off the hope we go. It's home from work we go. Hello, 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 hi ho, hi ho. And when they entered, they said, hey, somebody came into our house. It's nice and clean. My stuff isn't all thrown around. My shirts and shoes aren't all over the floor. So they went upstairs and said, aha, a thief. Look at her. Oh, she's so pretty. Look at her. She's so pretty. What's a pretty girl doing in our house? Oh, cried Snow White, I know who you are. She read their names on the bed. You're Dopey, you're Sneezy, and Happy and Grumpy, and Doc and Bashful and Sleepy. Achoo! Oh, you must be Sneezy. That's right, and now relax. I have a face mask on, and I use Lysol and wash my hands. I heard about that, yeah. Washing your hands is very good. That's right, you cleaned up our whole place with Lysol. Where'd you find the Lysol? I even found Clorox. Okay, you're amazing. You can stay in our house. So they agreed to let Snow White stay with them. Snow White told the dwarfs about the wicked queen's plot, so they insisted that she must stay with them. Supper is not quite ready, said Snow White, who was very pleased to be asked to stay. You'll just have time to wash. Wash, cried all the men. They almost forgotten what the word meant, but they were soon scrubbing clean and then getting ready for dinner. I'll cook you a fabulous feast. Oh, we love our new friend. She is awesome. She's like our house mom. Yeah. And we'll cook and clean and work outside while she cooks and cleans and works inside. So the odd wicked queen plotted a plan. She disguised herself as an old woman, and she made her way through the thick forest to find Snow White. I will find that Snow White, and I will get to her. So today, all the dwarfs said, we are going to leave and go to work, but you be careful and be careful of strangers. And Snow White kissed Grumpy on the head. Sure, Grumpy. Bye, Sneezy. Achoo! I covered my face, and I'm wearing a mask. Great job, Sneezy. And Snow White promised that she would be very careful. But an old woman was very sneaky and forceful. Hello! Hi! Would you care to buy an apple from an old woman who needs some money to pay my rent? I am a poor old lady, and I'm sure you'd like a nice red juicy apple. Look at the apple. And the queen's magic had magic on it. And Snow White looked at the apple and gazed at it. Oh, it looks so good. Yes, it does. And then Snow White fell to the ground and was asleep, and the dwarfs were so sad. And then one day a handsome prince came to the forest and saw Snow White. Charmed by her beauty, he kissed her. At last Snow White woke, and the 7 dwarfs danced with joy, and the prince carried her off to his castles in the clouds, and they lived